Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Monday vlog, what is happening, everybody? I've been thinking just a little bit about the old ghost with the most. I have a little bit of paraphernalia, it's not a big deal. Also, this golden 100-piece puzzles from Zellers. Shout out to Albert who gave this to me. A little bit of memorabilia. Just a little bit. Decent assortment here of just various Beetlejuices. So I've been thinking about the ghost with the most quite a bit, actually, and I find it really fascinating. Beetlejuice the movie is totally not okay for children, yet it spawned a cartoon and a bunch of toys, and it very much became a vehicle for selling things to children, and I find that really fascinating. There was a lot of that in the 80s and 90s with, like, things like Terminator being really popular amongst kids, whereas, like, Terminator 2 is clearly an R-rated film and should not be seen, air quotes, by children, yet it launched a huge line of Kenner toys, and it is a phenomena, and it was very popular with such a young demographic. But Beetlejuice is a weird one, because it's not like an action movie. Like, I know action movies with their violence and their adult themes aren't for children, but there's sort of that broad appeal of, like, stuff exploding and big muscly men being big muscly men. Like, I understand the appeal. Beetlejuice is a little more confusing, though. Like, I recently rewatched it. It's a film I revisit all the time. It's a film that I love. It's, like, deeply ingrained in the lore of this channel and my life. Like, even on the podcast, I refer to myself as the host with the most every time, and it's definitely a Beetlejuice reference. But, like, why Beetlejuice? It's a really hard thing for me to wrap my head around, like, because I can only see it from my adult perspective now, and he's like a hoary old rapey ghost. But I guess that resonates with young kids. Like, how does that even make sense? I guess, like, he's really eclectic and zany and chaotic, and maybe there's that element of, like, the genie from Aladdin to him, in a way. Is that convoluted? Does that make any sense? But, like, there's that element of, like, randomness and his ability to snap his fingers and do things, and he's doing voices, and he's out of control. So, like, maybe that's the appeal, but it is actually about a ghost who plans to marry a little girl so he can escape the afterlife, I think. I don't know. To this day, the plot of Beetlejuice is still a little bit confusing. But that being said, I have a lot of really cool stuff. Like, I love this puzzle that I have here from the cartoon that it spawned. So we take the horrible rape ghost and recontextualize him into a children's cartoon show where it's like him and Lydia, and it's essentially like good cop, bad cop, buddy cop duo, and they're just Beetlejuicing it up. I just find it so strangely fascinating. What is it about the ghost with the most? What is it about a dead guy who is, like, pretty violent and, like, arguably not funny, like, just kind of dad funny in, like, the most cringy way? What is it about him, and why is Beetlejuice this, like, running thing in my life that just is reoccurring to the point where I have puzzles and Viewmasters and a shelf full of these guys? I have no definitive answers. There probably aren't definitive answers, because this life, like the one after presented in the Beetlejuice films, is nebulous. I will say that Beetlejuice has a bangin' striped suit, and I hope to one day own a bangin' striped suit just as dope as the one Michael Keaton dons in that film. Also, I hurt my fingy. Well, that was a bit of a weird rant. Tony was in town. You guys are going to be real pissed. I have no footage with Tony. He was busy in town with the convention, doing convention-y type things, so we didn't get a chance to sit down and film. We did get a chance to have a couple drinks at the sort of after party and hang out with some nerds. There was a famous dude there. It was neat. So Tony's not going to be in this video. I know, it's a shame. He's in my neighborhood, and I didn't get a chance to sit down with the camera on with the both of us. But that's just sometimes life, man. You just gotta do a bunch of shit, and you don't get to film your sweet boy Tony. But we did spend some quality time together and have a couple sips, and Tony actually gave me some really fucking banging toys. I don't want you guys to know how bad prices of toys are here in Canada, so I'm just gonna My second piece from Darling in the Franxx, and my second Robot Spirits piece, bam, Sterlatia. This is the big robo space waifu from Darling in the Franxx. Tony hooked me up real good with this. I promptly peeled off the price tags because, again, I don't want you to know how bad things have gotten here in Canada. So this is super exciting. Very excited to have it. The other one is in the review pile, which this one, it's going to go next to it. I will get around to making a video about these. I will make videos, I promise. That's what I do. So very excited to have this. And then you guys might recall back when I did Pepper Worldwide California edition, this happened. I walked out of Frankenstein's without picking anything up. I was tempted by a few things, but ultimately I had to show some restraint and not blow my decon cash on this beautiful SH Figuarts 02. I mean, every second since then I've been regretting not getting it, but as a collector that's just something you get used to. The one that got away. Well, the one that got away no longer. Oh my god, we have got 02 Supreme Waifu from Bandai, SH Figuarts. I'm stoked. I'm super stoked to have this. This is a toy that I've seen many times, I have passed up on many times, and to have it here in my hand with its holographic sticker of authenticity and the sticker that says sales outside of Japan only. Very excited to have this in my collection. Very excited to do something with it, to make a video with it. Or you're probably all screaming at the screen, just open it, because you guys know how many things are in that pile. There's shit in that pile from my trip from Japan. What the fuck am I... That was almost a year ago. It's going to be a year in April. What is wrong with me? So your old Peppercine has some new and exciting toys. Care of his sweet baby boy, Tony. So that's super exciting. What else do I got on for today? I don't know, man. It's starting to get sunny out there, and it's changing my mood for the better. I'm wearing my shades indoors for some reason. I might just go get some sun. I'd like to say I'm going to go take toy photos, but I've been really bad about that. I know we talked it up a bunch. I talked it up a bunch recently, and I've been super bad about it. But I've just been like crazy busy. Also, I think I started a book club. I don't remember what happened with that. I might have too many fucking projects. Podcast, book club, going to the gym twice a week, going to the climbing gym twice a week, vlogging, videos, hentai. Oh, and Beetlejuice. Alright guys, you have an awesome day. I'm excited to sit down with Tony and record a podcast, and he can tell me all about his Comic-Con experiences. And I'm just gonna try and enjoy this lovely day and try to read some more of that book. And that's the plan. So yeah, you guys have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye.